Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Jeanette, and I have my helper Jimmy here with me today too. We would like to share one of our favorite stories, Caps for Sale. After we read the story, we're going to try a fun activity that you can try at home too. You can see the peddler has a lot of hats, so we're going to balance as many hats as we can on Jimmy's head before they fall down. You ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, let's get started. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had on his own checked cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. Do you know how many caps he has on his head?
17.
17. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street, calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he, and he walked out of town slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he, and he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First, his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. Something's different.
Only has one hat.
He only has one hat on his head. I wonder what happened.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked in back of him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Then he looked up into the tree. And what do you think he saw?
A car?
A car? I don't know what could be up in that tree. On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. Who took all the caps?
The car? Oh, the monkey.
The monkeys. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers at him and said, "Tss, tss, tss." Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Tss, tss, tss." By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him and said, "Tss, tss, tss." At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away.
He has 0 hats.
Yeah, no more hats on his head. But then each monkey pulled off his cap. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First, his own checked cap. Then the gray caps. Then the brown caps. Then the blue caps. Then the red caps on the very top. That's a lot of hats. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." All right, he got all his hats back, and they stayed on his head. So let's see if we can get all the hats to stay on Ginny's head. Okay, so we're going to stand right here.
The green thing.
On the green crayon. Let's stand up straight. Good. Okay, we're going to count how many hats we get. We're going to start with 1, 2. Okay, let's say 3. Okay, good so far. 4, 5, 6, 7. Should we keep going?
Yes.
8. Okay, we've got some more caps here.
We've got 8.
9.
We're up to 10.
We're up to 10.
11.
11.
12.
Okay, this will be number 12. 13. Whoa! We got 13! Oh my goodness! You guys can try this activity at home too. See if you can beat our score of 13, how many you can get. We hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time.